YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Back in here with one more video. Joined today by a very special guest, Rain.
Aww. Hey.
Say what up.
How's it going?
Listen, I wanted to do a reaction video. This video was sent to me via my Instagram at Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. It's long, but you know how to spell. If you don't, there's a link to it right down below in the description box. Go follow your boy. I started to go live up there, all right? Click on the notification bell so you guys can join the conversation. So we want to go over this court case that was sent to me on my Instagram.
Yes.
We haven't seen it. We don't know what it's about.
No.
So you ready to get active?
Yeah, we saw like the first few, and I was like, yeah, we gotta talk about this.
All right. Without further ado.
Judge Bundy Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Carters.
Thank you. You all may be seated.
Why did not sit? Oh.
Mr. Carter, it looks like you brought this case, so what's going on?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a manager at an urban clothing store, and I only make $35,000 a year, and I'm paying child support. Toward my ex-wife here, she is a
You see how
dental assistant, and also she does Herbalife distribution, and she's making a little over 200 grand a year. And I just need a little help because she's not doing child support at all, and it's a struggle for me right now. I'm a retired U.S. veteran, and it's just a struggle with my two boys.
Okay. Ma'am?
Yes. Well,
Why do you agree with everything that he's saying?
no, I do not.
Okay, so what is
If he
going on?
stayed at the casinos, he probably would have more money than he does.
That's not true, Your Honor. I'm always home with my boys when I'm not working.
Okay, who is paying child support in this case?
And I
What?
have custody of my boys.
No.
He's paying child support. It looks like
You think he has custody?
you guys.
Wait a minute. He has custody.
And he's paying child support.
He's making $35,000 a year, and she's making $200 as a dental assistant. I didn't even know they made that much money.
Yeah, they do. She's making more than 4 times the amount of money as him. And like, you go into a court case, like, don't paint yourself as the victim. She looks so angry.
Yeah, she looks angry, bitter. I mean, this is just hurt people. Like, how dare she talk about his gambling shit, which is a complete and utter accusation. What we know for sure is the incomes, because that can be absolutely proven beyond a reasonable doubt just looking at a pay stub.
That stank face, though, I can't.
Yeah, she looks like a terrible human being. Let's keep going now.
Split custody. So it says Sunday through 1 week with one parent, and then Sunday.
Well,
through
here's the
next
thing,
week.
Your Honor. She's always on vacation. She's always gone. So I've had my boys for the little over 7 weeks straight. She has not seen her kids in 7 weeks.
Sir, when I address her, you stop talking.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, big facts.
Ma'am, you see this man right here? He will make sure that you are escorted out of this courtroom. We do not need any more loud outbursts. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Thank you. Now you may continue, sir.
She goes on vacation. She's out of town all the time. I've had my boys for 7 weeks straight. She hasn't seen her boys in 7 weeks.
7 weeks straight. Wait a minute. You guys are supposed to be alternating weeks, because if the children are with him 7 weeks straight, that means his expenses are increasing. And based on the paperwork that you provided from your employer, it says here you make about $125,000 as, what is it? Where is it that you're working?
I thought you said 35.
I work for a dental firm,
Okay.
and we make a lot of different castings and models for false teeth and implants. However, Your Honor, when I've been out, it's because I've been doing training.
Okay, that's great.
So
No one is disputing whether or not you're doing training, but according to the documents that you provided, you make about $125,000 at your main job, and then an additional $25,000 doing Herbalife on the side. So that amounts to about $150,000 a year. This man only makes $35,000, and you think he should still be paying child support and he has the children more than you? Is that what you're asking me to do?
I'm just letting you know that.
I don't need to know what you're letting me know. I need for you to answer my question.
No?
Is that what you're asking me to do? Allow this man to keep paying child support, and you're making excuse me, that's my job, thanks.
I like her.
You make $150,000 a year.
I pay for the boys' private school.
Wait a minute, can we just talk about making $25,000 a year of an Herbalife? Is that like a real? Do they really make that?
Let me find out.
Yeah, she must be at the top of the goddamn shit because most of them motherfuckers is making $0 per year.
Or something, but that, I mean, that's what he's making 30 something.
35.
25. She's making just off of that.
How dare she still want the goddamn? What type of devil child is this young lady? Like Jesus.
She's got it written all over her face. I just don't know.
They have private piano lessons. I pay for several. I pay their
excuse me,
health
Your Honor.
insurance.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Both of my boys are on scholarship.
Okay, that's beside the point here. Ma'am, you guys have a split custody arrangement. You understand that, right?
Yes, I do.
Not in all
gone.
cases does somebody have to pay child support, because it's up to me to decide if someone pays child support or someone doesn't pay child support. But with the earning differences, $35,000 a year, $150,000 a year, sir, what type of things are you able to afford to do with your boys? And taking into account your bills and everything like that.
This is a direct example of the unfair family law system that we currently live in. Like, how can we expect men to continue to want to get married if this is a potential outcome? Like this is frightening, right? Like I look at shit like this and I'm just saying to myself, I don't even know. Are they? Did she start making this money after they got divorced? Right? Like,
Were they married? I don't think they ever said that they were married.
That's a good point.
But regardless, they have children. I mean, it all comes down to, like, you need to be careful about who you are having children with. And I know that things change later on. People maybe seem like they change, but they really don't. Like, you know who people are in the beginning. If someone has a mean streak, or, I mean, you could see on this woman's face. You know, you have to be careful. Like, are these good people?
Here's the thing.
What's the thing?
I think that, and I agree with you. I think, especially when dudes know what this family law court shit is, right? This child support shit is, and how men can be very unfairly and unjustly made to do things that seem incomprehensible. You guys are masters of hiding your capability.
You guys. I mean, I think that we have to look at why the system is like that in the first place. Unfortunately, there are a lot of men that don't step up to the plate.
I'm with you.
Take care of their children, and so
I'm with you.
The legal system had to step in, and unfortunately, you can't. People should just be able to work those things out amongst themselves. Take care of your kids. When you can't, you run into situations like this.
Well, most of the times when they end, like, relationships, especially with kids, marriage, unmarriage, it ends not on good terms. So the court, has to step in because children are involved. But, what it seems as though is that even if you're careful, right, like, there's a degree of carefulness, and I understand that. Like, the majority of people, I would say that you'd be able to tell, but there are unique situations where you can't tell until shit goes amiss, shit goes awry.
I think that that's unique situations. I feel like most of the time it's what are you willing to avoid or look past because you're so attracted to this person or so into this person that you're willing to look past all those red flags that show you who someone really is. It's like if you go to a restaurant with someone and they're rude to the server, that's a red flag. They may not be rude to you, but if they have that potential, why aren't they going to turn on you someday? That's a great
example. I love that example because the server thing is readily identifiable with how they treat people out in the wild.
Right.
So at the point that emotions might get out of whack or what have you, why don't you think that they'll utilize what you see right there for you? And if you get on bad terms with them.
How do they treat their family? How do they talk about their family? Don't always look at how a person is treating you to show their character. They're interested in you. They're trying to get with you. They want to be with you. They're putting out their best self.
But here's another thing too. I just think that which is why like when I have young men that ask for like coaching and things like that, and they're talking about getting married and stuff, and they're like 20 years old, and I'm just like, because there's so much things like even outside of identifying the red flags, as you got to have the capability to identify the red flags. You got to know what to look for.
You got to know what to look for. You got to know what you want. What's a red flag to you may not be a red flag to someone else. And that's why we can't just be out here dating blindly. You have to date with intention.
Ready to get back in?
Yes. I do want to say, though, I feel like in this situation, this poor man is being taken advantage of. I'm hoping that things turn around, but...
Let's find out.
After bills and everything is taken care of, after my boys are fed, luckily give them some clothes that they need to go outside and play at the park. Maybe Six Flags every now and again.
Okay, ma'am, what are some of the things that you're able to do with the boys?
As much as I can when he allows them to come over.
You know what? See, you're playing games. Let me ask you the question. What has she done with the boys?
She takes them to Paris. They go overseas.
Paris?
They've been on Disney
to
cruises. Every time she gets them, they're going somewhere special and fancy and whoa.
Well, I mean, it would make sense if you were making $150,000
And she just lucked up
right?
on her job, Your Honor, so just to be
And this
quite
is
honest.
considering he's living in my $350,000 house that he doesn't pay any type of mortgage at all whatsoever.
You have a $350,000, ma'am.
He lives in the $350,000.
He lives in it, but you
house,
own it,
Your
right?
Honor.
You own it. You
And
have
he
all
doesn't
of
pay
this
any
money.
bills.
You have all of the, but the kids have
Wait
been
a
with
minute.
him for 7 weeks, ma'am.
Because
at a
I
time.
was doing training so I can continue to send them to the private schools that they attend
Well,
and
On
have
a
the best
scholarship.
and the finest
On a
things.
scholarship.
That's great. But you know what? That's why you come to court, so I can resolve these issues, right? So let me tell you what we're about to do.
Him living in the house is a monkey
$150,000 a
wrench.
year.
I need the car back.
I have
Are they on
your
scholarship or not?
gross at $12,500. How many children do you have, ma'am?
2.
2. Okay. Net at $9,000.
Why is she asking her?
Okay,
how many
based
children does she
on
have? Why is it not their
20.63%. Okay. And
Oh, I
you
do
make-
take care of my sister's 3 children as well.
What?
When did this start?
Wait.
6 months ago.
Wait.
6 months ago.
Whose children are these?
Our sons belong to him and I, but I have 3
Okay.
of my sister's children that
I'm
I take
just
care
saying,
of.
I'm just saying
Well, let
this,
me
Your
let you know how this goes, okay? Anybody else's kids are not a
Is she a judge?
part of this case. Understood? So you have 2 children that are involved in this case we're here about, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is offset the child support based on the amount of money that you
My bad.
make.
What's my?
You understand that? Ma'am, do you have any questions?
Oh, my bad.
No, Your Honor.
Because
There's so
you're
much
giving
going
me
on.
this look like you're confused on what's going on here. Okay, so based on this, I did an offset of what you would make and what your child support obligation should be a month. So your child support obligation comes out to $1,456 a month. That is to be paid each month on the first of each month, and those payments are going to be allocated to Mr. Carter. Ma'am, it's not fair to your children that at dad's house they're not able to do as much as they are to do with you. And it's not to punish you for having a great job. That's awesome. However, when you think about what's in the best interest of these children, they can't go to Disneyland and do all of that with dad. Did you ever stop to make it, ask your kids how they feel about that? It's not fair to get to do everything with you and not with dad. And
Your
he only
Honor,
makes $35,000 a year.
Your Honor, I understand, but when I was out getting education, he decided to run around and chase everything that had legs.
This has
Okay, well,
nothing
you
to do
know
with
what?
nothing.
You know what? You guys need to be in a different court for that. That has nothing to do with me. Anything else pertaining to these children and the money's here?
No, Your
Anything
Honor.
else?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your
Anything
Honor.
else from you?
No, Your
Okay,
Honor.
thank you. You all may be excused.
This is very interesting.
So
Hi, guys.
All
I
right.
think it would be really different if she was the one, like she was still making more money, but she was the one that was taking care of the kids primarily. Then I
Yeah.
don't think she owes him a dime. She's got the kids. She's taking care of the kids. If they go over there weekends, every other weekend, then whatever money he does have, he spends on the kids then. It's not all the time. She's taking care of their basic living expenses and needs. But it's the fact that he's the one that's watching the kids most of the time that's the issue for me.
Yeah, if he's watching the kids most of the time, he shouldn't be paying child support.
On top of that, on top of the expenses to take care of them on the day-to-day.
I wonder how it's going to, now that she's paying child support, how is that going to change her dynamic in taking the kids places, though?
Or just having the kids, you know? Does it become like a, I'm giving you this money so you can use it on the kids kind of thing? You can take care of them. I mean, that's what it seems like he was doing already.
Here's another thing. The big monkey wrench to me was that the dude lives in her house.
Yeah.
That's a big monkey wrench.
Yeah, because then you got to think about it. He's getting free, like, room.
Yeah, he's getting free room board for the family.
Rent, you know, I mean, it's probably because if she is traveling that much, then he's staying there with the kids. But I can see on her side, her looking at it as, well, I'm taking care of you. You're living in my house, you know?
If it was me, like, let's say that it was me in that situation and now I am the person who, like, if I was in her position and I'm just like, you know what, I have this house over here, listen, you know what I'm saying, just go stay in that house over there, take the kids over there. When they come over to me, I'm not going to see them as frequently, but when they come over to me, we're going to take trips, da-da-da-da. I think the only thing that doesn't make sense is the guy paying. I think, if anything, don't pay each other anything. That's what I think would actually have been the most fair. Because he's living in her house. If I have a house and she's living in my house, I could get all that extra money from, renters or whatever, because I'm not living in the house.
And put that towards the kids.
Just right. And then just say, call it even Steven. You get them 75% of the time, I get them 25% of the time. And then with that money that I'm now keeping, I get to decide where to take them, da-da-da-da-da.
Now, that would be a logical decision made by two people that are able to come together and talk things out. But the court
figures it out.
Yeah. Well, and it also didn't look like they were in a place to figure that stuff out themselves. You saw the bitterness on that woman's face. She wasn't trying to have no conversations with him.
Well, I think that it would have had a better outcome for her if she didn't come in there with that attitude.
And that's what I said in the beginning. Like, don't go into a situation that way.
Yeah.
You know? It's crazy.
All right. Anything else to add before we get out of here?
Nah, just, choose your partners wisely, y'all.
Choose or lose.
And maybe get on that Herbalife wave.
Nah, don't get on that Herbalife wave. Don't waste your goddamn time on no multi-level marketing pyramid bullshit. Oh, I'm going to get some haters down in the comments for that one. It's all right. Be angry. Listen, shit, we got disagreement days that happen every 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. Feel free to come up if you want to talk about it, because we can. Trust me. Rain!
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we got to do some more. You know what I'm saying? We got to do some more. We got to figure this out. I appreciate your thoughts. I appreciate your contributions. All right?
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. All right. Last but not least, guys, I got a Patreon. Link to it down in the description box down below. If you guys are interested in joining the inner circle, we do masculinity talks. We do wealth chats, okay, on different scheduled days of the week. We got a growing community of awesome and dynamic people focused on increasing their value and their contributions to the world. If you are interested, link down in the description box down below, and I'll see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Pardon the masculinity.
Okay.
Peace!